In the beginning, there was no voice, no words to shape the world, just silence, punctuated by the crackling of fire and the rhythm of primal breaths. It was a time before language, before writing, before anything we would recognize as communication. Here, deep within these cave walls, a silent revolution began. The first spark of human communication, simple, raw, yet profound. With these marks, early humans reached across time, attempting to make sense of their world, to capture a moment, to share their knowledge and fears. It was here, in the shadows of the earth, that the most powerful of human abilities began to form, the ability to communicate. But what does it mean to communicate? To share a thought, a feeling, an idea. And what would become of this silent art? As humanity grew from these first whispers into the interconnected digital world we live in today, the first true language was not born of symbols or marks, but of sound. The human voice, first a grunt, then a growl, a cry, slowly transformed. Over time, those grunts became words. Those words became sentences. And with each new syllable, the boundaries of thought and expression expanded. The act of communication had evolved, not just as a means of survival, but as a bridge to one another's minds, a way to share experiences, to build connections, to shape the world. The whispers of early humanity echoed not just in the forest, but in the very fabric of civilization that would one day rise from this primordial moment. The act of communication had evolved, not just as a means of survival, but as a bridge to one another's minds, a way to share experiences, to build connections, to shape the world. The whispers of early humanity echoed not just in the forest, but in the very fabric of civilization that would one day rise from this primordial moment. The written word was a bridge not only to the past, but to the future. It allowed knowledge to be shared across vast distances, across cultures, and across time. The act of communication, once fleeting, became eternal, preserved in ink, in stone, in the very essence of human history. And then, in the 15th century, a revolution. A man named Gutenberg, with his vision and his press, brought forth the printing revolution. The written word was no longer reserved for the elite, but could be mass-produced, distributed, and read by anyone with the means to learn. With the press, the written word spread like wildfire. Ideas that were once confined to the scrolls of the few were now in the hands of many. The world began to change, not just in how it communicated, but in how it thought. The Reformation, the Renaissance, the Enlightenment, all were born from this transformation. Knowledge became democratized, and the human experience expanded beyond what was once thought possible. But even the printed word was not the end. The digital revolution, sparked in the mid-20th century, would catapult human communication into realms previously unimaginable. The Internet, an interconnected web of voices, thoughts, and ideas, would soon unite the entire planet, reshaping how we communicate forever. In mere decades, communication would go from typewriters and telegraphs to smartphones and satellites. We could now communicate in real time, from anywhere on Earth and even beyond it. We could exchange images, sounds, videos, entire worlds of information at the speed of light. From cave paintings to the internet, communication has been humanity's lifeblood. It has shaped our civilizations, driven our progress, and connected us in ways we could never have imagined. But as we hurtle forward into the digital age, one question remains. What comes next?